Good morning. This is the Agribusiness Report. I'm Brandon Blue. Go to a meat counter today and you'll see that many muscle cuts and ground meat are labeled with information on where the animal was born, raised, and slaughtered. An international decision handed down last week determined that the rule, which requires that information, isn't fair to imported meat.
Well, certainly, we don't want to disrupt the food supply chain. We don't want to add a burden of cost to the consumer.
But Iowa Farm Bureau President Craig Hill says there is a quantifiable cost associated with USDA's country of origin labeling rule, also called COOL.
The COOL legislation has been assessed to cost about $500 million a year to the consumers. The Canadian government believed that the cost of their country has been over $1 billion a year.
Mandatory COOL has been on the books in one form or another since the 2008 Farm Bill. But as a member of the World Trade Organization, the United States cannot treat domestic products, like meat, any differently from imported products. On October 20th of this year, a WTO compliance panel decided COOL does just that. Supporters of COOL maintain consumers have a right to know information that COOL provides. Opponents argue that keeping meat from different countries and from different stages of life segregated throughout the production chain creates additional costs throughout the livestock industry. Hill says consumers do have the right to know where meat comes from, but that a better label might simply indicate the country where the last step of production took place.
Most of the food safety issues are surrounded by issues with processing, not with where the animal is born or where the animal is raised. It's with processing. So when a processing plant, domesticated in the U.S., delivers a product, if that's a product of the U.S., I think that's appropriate.
If COOL does not change, Hill says another workaround may be to simply compensate affected trading partners, much like the payments made to Brazil in the recent WTO cotton case. Although Hill would prefer Congress fix the issue before trade retaliation comes to pass.